Hello everyone, I'm the Saxy Gamer. Today we're here for yet another Civilization 6 Wonder Spotlight, where today we'll be taking a look at Petra. Before we get into things today, I just want to announce that I have partnered up with Chrono.gg, and we've got some really awesome Civ sales for you guys that are going on for the next 2 days. So today, the 24th, and tomorrow, the 25th, you can grab Civ 6 and Rise and Fall for extremely cheap. You can get the deluxe edition of Civ 6, which is the base game, plus all of those little leader packs for $17.50, and Rise and Fall as well for $17.50. So both of those are cheaper than what they are on Steam right now. So go ahead, links in the description below, or you could just go to chrono.gg/saxygamer and you can hop on some of those sweet deals. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into Petra. So Petra, also known as Twitch chat's favorite wonder, is unlocked with the mathematics technology. This does make it a classical era wonder. Mathematics is very easy to get the Eureka for. All you have to do is build three districts of different type. Although this is very easy, it's not always guaranteed that you're going to be able to do that before you get to mathematics, especially if you're going to rush for Petra, because the confusing thing about rushing for Petra is that you really are probably not going to be able to get the Eureka for mathematics if you're going to go straight for it, because it is going to take a decent amount of time to research other texts to unlock 3 district types, and then to spend the turns to put down 3 district types. That does take a little bit of time, so if you're going to rush for Petra, I wouldn't bother necessarily rushing for the Eureka as well, but I would just straight beeline the technology. And there are definitely some instances where I would consider rushing Petra, and we'll talk about those in a little bit. So once you have researched the mathematics technology, the building requirements for Petra are as follows. You must put it on a desert or floodplains tile, and you cannot put it on a hill. All of those are very simple, and in a lot of games you will be able to have flatland desert somewhere in your empire at least, but there's a little bit more complexity to placing it than that, once again, which we will talk about in just a little bit. And Petra does have a production cost of 400 production, which is the same as all of the other classical era wonders. As far as the bonuses for Petra are concerned, it will provide +2 gold, +2 food, and +1 production to all desert tiles in the city, excluding floodplains. And the reason it excludes floodplains is just because a floodplains tile with all of those yields added on would be absolutely ridiculous. And the bonuses for Petra as a whole are situationally incredibly strong, and the only instance where they are incredibly strong is if you have a large amount of desert in your territory. So in most games I would advise against settling in desert because the yields from desert tiles are absolutely atrocious. But if you're able to find an area that has a lot of desert hills in it, and at least, one desert flatland tile to place Petra, then Petra is an insane wonder, because those desert hills plus mines will be able to provide +2 food, plus a lot of production, and +2 gold as well. So that city, as long as you can get it to a decent population as well, that city will be able to produce so much production and so much gold, and it is just absolutely incredible. If you don't have a lot of desert tiles in any given city, or maybe if they're all just plain desert tiles that you can't build improvements on, like mines, then I don't think Petra is that good. But if you are able to find a spot that has a source of fresh water and a lot of desert hills nearby, I think that Petra can be an incredible wonder, and you can use that as just a super powerful city that pumps out units, pumps out districts, pumps out wonders, pretty much does whatever you want to. Maybe even build spaceports if you can find a good spot for a spaceport in that city as well. So situationally, I think that these bonuses are incredibly strong. And now it is that time to give Petra its rating. So if you're new to the series, what I do is I give each wonder a rating on a 1 to 5 scale, with 1 being terrible and 5 being awesome, and that rating just kind of judges how strong and how effective the wonder is at doing what it's supposed to do. I also, I'm going to talk about some of the use cases for the wonder, and give a difficulty and consistency rating as well, both of which are also on a 1 to 5 scale, and the difficulty rating is just kind of judging how difficult and how competitive you have to be to build the wonder before the AI on deity difficulty. The consistency rating really just judges how consistent the bonuses of the wonder are and how versatile the wonder is as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and rate Petra. So for Petra's overall rating, I think that it deserves a 4. In the situations in which you're able to use it, Petra is an incredibly strong wonder, and it is very good at doing what it is supposed to do. And, what is it supposed to do, you may ask, and well, we're going to talk about that right now. So the use cases for Petra are really to create a desert city with great yields. So The only time that I think you're really going to want to build Petra is when you see the opportunity to have that awesome desert city, and you really want to, jump on that opportunity and try to make sure that you can get it, so you can have at least one city that is incredibly strong. I think that's where Petra really shines. I don't think it's really ever used for making the desert like more inhabitable. I mean, I guess you can, but the issue is if you have a city that's in the middle of like flatland desert, it's going to be very hard to build Petra just because your production is going to be so absolutely atrocious in that city that's going to take forever, and chances are someone else is going to build it before you're able to get it in that city. So I think the only real use case for Petra is to just create that superpower city. If you see a good spot for it and you want to just jump on that opportunity, I think Petra is the thing to do for that. As far as Petra's difficulty rating is concerned, I think that it deserves a 3. It is, much like some of the other wonders that we've talked about recently, it is both very difficult and very not difficult to build, depending on what other AI are in the game, what their land looks like, and what your land looks like as well. So if you have a spot that has a lot of desert hills and you're able to get some mines down, then you will be able to produce Petra in a reasonable amount of time, and it won't be that difficult. But if you have, a desert that has a lot of flatland desert and not a lot of anything else around, it's going to take you absolutely forever to build Petra, like hundreds of turns, if not more than that. So for that reason, you do have to be competitive when you're going for Petra, because the AI will build it even if they, pick some stupid spot to put it in. They will still build it in a lot of games, so you do have to be moderately competitive. But if you are going to focus on going for it, chances are you will probably get it. So for that reason, I think that it is average on difficulty and thus deserving of the 3. As far as its consistency is concerned, I think that it deserves a 2, just because there are situations when Petra is incredibly strong, but you have to have very specific circumstances to make it actually incredibly strong and to use it to its full potential. So as I've mentioned a number of times, if you have a lot of desert hills and fresh water, then it is absolutely it's very good. If you have a desert that maybe you don't have access to fresh water, or you have a lot of flatland desert, then it really goes down, down in effectiveness. Or if you only have a small patch of desert, then it goes down in effectiveness even more. So it is definitely one of the less consistent wonders in the game, but whenever you are able to use it to its full potential, it is incredibly strong. So thank you everyone for watching. I have been the Saxy Gamer. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like. If not, feel free to dislike. If you're looking for more Civilization 6 content, feel free to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.